With art specifically, like there is no separation between me and my work. Making pottery is my life, and working with clay as a medium is my whole world. Art specifically, as opposed to other businesses, is very personal. I'm not a mug factory. I'm not a big business. It's just me. I run this whole show. It wasn't until just maybe a couple months ago that I was like, I feel comfortable telling people I'm an artist. I feel comfortable saying that my occupation is art. When I was working full-time, I was like just really disengaged with creativity and everything like that. So I decided to pick up a hobby, and I bought a pottery wheel used on Craigslist. I had like 3 customers, and it was my mom, my dad, and like one other friend. But it didn't really snowball until the pandemic hit. I went through the whole unemployment process, and I was like, okay, this can carry me through for a couple months, but after that, like, I have to figure something out. And so I just started making more and more work. Start to finish, a piece typically takes me personally about a month to make. Because people think like you throw it on the pottery wheel and then it's kind of like done. Like there it is, you can see it. That's just step 1. It goes through, drying, it goes through putting a handle on it, it goes through the kiln once, then it gets designed, waxed, glazed, goes through the kiln again, and then it's done. So, goes through a lot. I would say a lot of my inspiration comes from like natural history. I really love like taxidermy and natural history specimens and fossils and things like that. There is a really, really beautiful contrast between life and death, and the skull represents death, but then when you put flowers with it, it represents something totally different in the eyes of people, and when you put them together, it's just a beautiful contrast of how life is transformative and how beautiful that is. I named the company Lost Petal because Lost Petal was really my transformation period. When flowers start to lose their petals, people, I think from the outside in, they see it like, oh, this flower's dying. But I always saw it as kind of the flower is going through its transformation period. It's losing all its petals. It's ready to drop its seeds. It's preparing itself for the spring of next year. It's going through like a new beginning. It just kind of felt like it represented the cycles of life. Adapt or die, and that's what the flowers do. They adapt or die. Every piece I make it comes from me, like from such a deep place inside me. Kind of like my children. It's so dorky when people say that, but they really are. I mean, they're not perfect, there's always gonna be a human touch to them. So, and I think that makes people more engaged with them because it just sort of reminds you every time you use it, they're like a person made this and here I am. It makes a difference to buy something that was made by somebody and that somebody put so much love and time and care into. You could have 10 clean mugs and you'll still you will pull that mug out of the sink, you'll wash it even before coffee with your eyes all closed, you'll wash it in there with your sponge just so you can drink out of that mug because you'll love it.